I'm talking real estate stocks today with Brad Thomas, and he's the editor of Forbes Real Estate Investor. Welcome, Brad. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
So what's up for REITs these days?
Well, REITs are doing well. 2016 was a decent year, but part of the 2016 conundrum was rising rates. The market was not really understanding what was going to happen to REITs and rising.
Exactly. They're going up now.
Exactly. Well, they're going up and they're up. We had two last year. We're going to have multiple this year, but that's one of the big misconceptions, I think, when it comes to REITs, but really more so real estate. Because when rates go up, obviously it means the economy is performing better. It means that rent growth will continue to go forward with real estate. And then when rents grow, that means earnings grow. And when earnings grow, that means dividends grow. So I think 2017 is going to be a really good year for REITs. Now that we've got a president who understands real estate, I think that's even going to be a better catalyst for that sector.
Is there some rate at which it becomes unattractive to buy certain types of REITs, like mortgage REITs, for example?
I've never been a big fan of mortgage REITs, traditional mortgage REITs, which is residential mortgage REITs like Annaly and some of those names that a lot of investors are familiar with. The reason is volatility. You really have to be a market timer when you're investing in the mortgage REIT space. I prefer the simpler equity REITs because we can see we have a better path for earnings. We see the long-term lease contracts or shorter-term lease contracts, but these lease contracts give us a greater degree of predictability, which obviously reduces the volatility. So I just wrote an article last week really comparing the 50-year performance of equity REITs and mortgage REITs, and it's really interesting because over most of those time periods, over most every decade, equity REITs have outperformed mortgage REITs. So if you're buy and hold long-term investor, really the mortgage REITs really are a pretty safe asset class, and I try to stay away from that.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Nice to see you again.
You bet, thank you.
And thanks for joining us at the moneyshow.com video network.